Right, okay, I'm recording.
Yep,
Right,
same.
take 4. Right, okay. Clap in 3,
Right.
2, 1.
Nice, first
Right.
try, right?
Yeah,
We're good.
first try. Okay.
Hey guys, I'm Big Mac, and welcome to the Unauthorized Podcast. And I'm here with Ogwath and Shadow Conquest, or you
Hello
might know him
there.
as Shadow.
Also known
In other words, known as
as
hashtag mod shadow.
why
Don't
do we
don't
keep
do it.
bringing this up?
I'm bringing it up every time. I mean, this is
What
the
do you mean?
first
This is the
time, but
first time. This is first try. First try.
Right.
This is my 7 fucking files disagree.
Shut up. Okay.
Listen, well, dog shit.
Well, I mean,
We've been
what
here
do you
for 3
expect?
hours.
Let me out. I've been here for 3 days.
Shut up, Cameron. Back in the corner. Right. So, this is we don't really have a true idea of what we're gonna do.
Wait. Give me a second.
No, you don't have a second, man.
Cameron, pick up your game.
Yeah, I'm back.
I can already tell my role on this podcast is be the silent input who every now and then makes a point that's relatively mediocre.
Shut
Yes.
up, Ogwath.
If the non-existent viewers at home would just like to
Yeah.
picture Ogwath nodding, from time to time.
No. If for this on YouTube, you need every now and then you need to like make my
Move your thing up and down.
profile
Yeah.
like, go up and down. No, just like rotate it so my guy's going like nodding.
Yeah.
Uh,
Right.
Indeed. Right.
So-
Okay. So.
Pimp.
Okay.
Big
We're
Mac.
both.
Take
Shut up,
it.
Cameron. Shut up. Shut
See,
up.
the thing is, right, I didn't know Shadow until about a year, maybe 2 ago.
Yeah. Well,
I've
nah.
known
I think we met
Matt.
each other in.
we met. We didn't talk.
We
We
did
met.
talk
We
until-
met
yeah.
and
It
we
was
talked a
a
tiny little
cold
bit.
night in Paris.
Yeah. Well, the thing
of
is,
course-
I've known Pimp for like 4 years nearly. I'm not calling you Max. I'm calling you Pimp. No, I've known him
Yeah,
for like 4
You know
years.
what? Who cares about our real
More,
names,
5
right?
years.
Who cares?
Okay. I would rather we didn't call myself Pimp because I don't mention your occupations. Okay. So.
It's weird. You guys call me Shadow, but okay.
We're
Well, listen.
respecting your privacy.
We are, because this guy's too nervous that we don't like. Listen, I want to call you.
Even though
nervous wreck.
anyone who knows who you actually are knows what you sound like and knows your name.
Listen, Todd. I'm sorry. Todd, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I have to
whoa,
mention,
ducks.
Todd
He works for-
Kendrick.
He works
Ducks.
for D&D Beyond.
Oh no!
He's hit host Todd Kenrick. Now,
Damn.
I'm sure we've mentioned your real name several times in
Yep.
this recording.
You have.
Don't
but
really care.
But that's okay, because you know what? We can always censor them.
Yeah.
Which is funny, because this was originally going to be called an uncensored podcast.
this
Yeah.
Sadly,
no,
No, it's
like-
censored. It's heavily censored.
fucking name under the sun's been taken. If you're thinking of trying to make a podcast,
Don't.
do
Just
it.
don't.
Because
Don't.
every
It's not worth it.
every name has been taken. Like
Right.
literally,
We were sitting for about an hour thinking of what name to call it.
It wasn't even today, right? Because we've
We've been doing this for
we've been
weeks.
trying to find a name for weeks now, and
It's
every
like-
name that we find has already been taken. So
just, we gave up for quite some time, but now
Yeah.
we've returned because we decided, you know what?
We're
we don't-
bored.
Yes. So,
what else
without further
are you meant to do in lockdown? You know, just make a podcast
Get
Yeah.
Don't.
buff.
because it's hell.
And don't call up the quarantine crew because it's about 7.
yeah,
I don't try to be meta and call it the Untitled Podcast because we were about to do
It's
that,
starting.
and there's like
Work.
20.
Well, we gave up. I said we'll title it over whatever we could make up in the podcast and be quirky, but
but we're not cool enough.
we're
so we just
we're
decided to
not
make it
going
unauthorized.
to talk about enough.
Well,
fun
I mean,
things.
I tell you what, if we come up with a better name by the end of this recording, I'll bleep out the the title at the
no,
start.
you'll just have me,
And then
have
put
me
it-
deadpan,
Wait, hold on.
deadpan saying whatever the new title is.
Yes.
Just,
We just,
for
just-
example, feet. Just
it just hold on,
Feet.
we did just bleep out the unauthorized podcast and replace it with this is the uncensored podcast.
That's the perfect, yeah. Oh man.
Aren't we so funny and original?
Oh,
By the way,
man.
we also tried to call ourselves the original podcast. Doesn't fucking work either.
No.
Everybody names themselves this stuff.
Yeah.
So,
like,
Like,
what was the other one we found that was the emos?
we
Oh.
can't mention them because we'll get a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't
yeah,
need
for-
another one of them.
Yeah, you've already had the
Mr. Kenrick over here, he's had so many lawsuits that his lawyer
So
actually
many.
left him.
for another man.
That's when he
Moving
took out.
swiftly onwards to a different topic of conversation. So how are you all?
I'm us and us does not chat. I'm used to streaming.
What the hell?
I'm used to streaming. Okay, I'm used to streaming and having you stream as well. By the way, if you don't know us, Shadow Conquest 91 on Twitch.
My last
and
stream was
George's
9
Pod on
months ago,
Twitch.
and yet somehow I have more followers than he does.
Shut your mouth. That's because no one comes. I have 3 people who come consistently.
And
no
I'm one of them.
I need more.
I'm
I
one of
need more.
Oh,
Leave
man.
him alone.
No, not including you. Because we have Root, we have another viewer, and then we have Stolo.
Wow, shoutouts live on the Unauthorized Podcast.
No,
Wow.
because I'm not saying their actual usernames.
This is an advertisement to you out there.
We would like to
out-
thank our sponsors, the whole of Twitch chat, which is the 3 people that watch Harley.
Correct.
Shut up.
They have
I have
sponsored this
no.
video.
I'm saying they're the people that consistently join. I have like loads of people who join and then leave. It's really sad.
I wonder why.
Those people are called misclickers.
It's like
Okay, so is this just a roast each other podcast?
a new title, perfect.
No. My ego's too fragile.
Is this just the r/roast me podcast?
That's the hope. Oh, we're gonna have to.
Now you're gonna
censor the
start
title.
bullying me for not being a little posh boy.
Well, you know,
What do you
it's a nice change from you guys bullying me, sad face.
moving
Are we,
on.
are
to
we
an
gonna
actual-
are we gonna go on to an actual topic? Yeah.
Well, that's the goal,
you know
but we've
what?
been spent-
Who needs
spent 10
topics?
You, because you spent like 20 minutes looking for topics.
I'll be honest.
And I was sitting going, nah, it's fine, we'll just wing it.
Well, well, Harley, do you want to talk about your wisdom teeth for It's so weird.
I hope you know I'm sitting with my head on a wall. I'm not even
want,
looking at my monitor, I'm just...
I just want all.
I'm
I
done.
just want all listeners to know I'm actually completely naked, covered in butter. Anyway,
Uh,
moving on.
We should get an animator. And
Alan!
Alan. Woo.
Alan might be in a future podcast, we never know, but he's almost never here.
I'm having
Shout
some
out.
very nutritious and delicious water from a Twinings travel mug.
Wait, okay. What do you mean delicious? Water doesn't have a taste. Well, actually, that's a discussion. Does water actually have a flavor?
That's good point. Does water have a
Well,
taste, and
I
does
can-
water make you wet? And
I-
is water wet?
okay. Water is wet.
I can't drink out of my tap because ever since they put the new housing estate up where I live, stuff from the landfill, which includes probably about half a dozen dead bodies, have been seeping into our water supply and make
I'd like to
us
point
sick.
out. that
Yeah,
Mr.
why would you
Comfort-
be? Why are you not okay with drinking that?
What do you mean?
Join the squad. Join the squad of just council estate boys. Matt, you don't need to be part of this. You're not a council estate boy. But as a Zulu in,
I'm not
As a
council
Zulu.
estate boy.
As a Zulu.
As a
Okay,
Zulu.
listen. Mr. Kenrick over here, he does live on a landfill. But that's because of hiding from the law. But anyway, does water have a taste?
Does water have
Plus
a
during
taste?
my third divorce, my wife
Here.
took the house. But
Okay. when this-
anyway,
the other two were civil partnerships, so technically they're not divorces. Anyway,
wait, hang on. I'm gonna look
what are
this
you
up.
trying to
What
say
is?
here?
I'm not saying anything.
Chip.
What I am suggesting is the fact that you've had 2 other male lovers.
I wish.
Right, okay, so really get back to the topic in hand. Does water have a flavor? Does it have a taste?
I'd say yeah.
It depends.
'Cause
If it's
technically if it
filtered
didn't
water,
have if it didn't have a taste, you wouldn't taste anything. You just feel the water, but you taste something.
feel the water. It sounds like a
Oh,
like a.
It's better than saying
it-
you'd
it's
have
a
the
good advertisement.
texture.
If the Skittles company made water bottles, it's like their slogan:
Feel the water.
"Taste the rainbow, feel the water."
No, but they've got taste the rainbow. So I mean, it's...
Taste the water. Oh wait, you can.
oh wait, you can't. It's flavorless.
I
But
have
our
tasted the
water is
rainbow
still feelable.
frequently.
Have you heard of
Is that
thick?
euphemism? Is that
No,
euphemism?
no. Moving on. We're going to an actual topic. Have you heard of thick water?
Thick water?
Do you mean heavy water?
Called thick. Called no. It's called thicket.
Right.
Okay, hold
Thicket is basically thick water. I'm not kidding.
What,
What you-
elaborate, please.
Right, hang on. I'm gonna share my screen actually, so everyone can see thicket. Right.
Well, yeah. Let's have a look.
Right. So
Okay.
this is thicket. Thicket is a flavorless food. Now we're going back. It is a flavorless beverage thickener, and is also a ready-to-drink thickened water.
What is
Oh,
is
Now,
it like? Is it
this-
like gelatin?
No. It's literally thick water. Imagine like if you like sort of hit up jelly, so
Yeah.
it was runny, but it
Oh,
was still
is it sort of like honey
glop.
sort of texture?
It's like if you watered down honey, but it's water, and it
That
has
is
a
What's the
weird.
purpose?
weird.
It's for people who can't like drink water, like they have
Who
to.
can't drink
I
No.
can't drink water.
If they have dysphagia and swallowing like issues,
Ah, of course.
this helps. But it's so weird. Why is it?
What do you mean swallowing issues? It's
Carrot
easy to
and
get-
pea thicket.
Why?
15
it's a puree.
varieties.
Review puree.
It's meant to go.
Because-
It's meant to go. It's meant to go in the side of
Thicket
dishes.
puree. French toast puree. Wait,
French
it
toast.
just tastes like it. So this is
Oh.
for people who can't eat. So just drink
Oh!
That actually.
This is
Wow.
this is what happened. The people with no teeth.
Omelette, sausage,
Omelette,
and
sausage
cheese.
and cheese.
Beef lasagna puree.
Beef
I think we
lasagna
need to order some
puree.
of these boys.
Right, we need
if
some,
if
we need some beef stew puree for the next stream.
if we
for the next,
reach what
podcast.
50 listeners to our podcast, we will do
we
a
will buy
taste
thicket
test
puree.
on thicket puree. I kind of want to try the French toast one.
Oh,
Like,
beef
legitimately.
and barbecue sauce puree. Oh, that sounds good.
Well, okay.
Oh, chicken
Definitely.
Ella King. Salisbury steak puree. Right, before we go on a food tangent, I'm gonna close that down.
Yeah. Um,
But thicket is strange. Because
mhm.
I don't know what they put in it. I think it's like xanthan gum or whatever. Because if you try and just put like cornstarch in water, it just doesn't work. Because thicket's still semi-clear.
I'm still confused as to what. Okay, so the people who can't actually swallow water, surely they're dead by the time of the invention of thicket. If you can't consume water.
No, it's
Right,
people
sure.
who
No, it had dysphagia.
Oh, would they? Oh, I suppose they could get what's it called? A drip.
a
Mm.
drip.
No, but dysphagia is difficulty in swallowing. Although classified in under symptoms and signs in ICD-10, in some contexts it's classified as a condition in its own right.
Classified the condition. Speaking of conditions, did
That's
you know
like-
that Ogwath actually his feet?
No, we're
Twist
not
around like-
talking about my broken ankles.
He used to go to physiotherapy. Ha ha ha! Couldn't be me.
Are you making fun of him for that?
I
He's
am very
making
much so.
fun of me for being.
You there, listeners, if you've got a mild disability,
Sign up. Send us your address.
I'm only here for the diversity of having someone with multiple problems.
you see,
Oh, trust me,
Yeah,
we
you
all
see-
have a lot of problems.
we've got Shadow. He's the.
That's untrue, and it's not going to make it to the final cut.
That's gonna make it to my final cut.
You don't have.
Oh my god, are we going to have like the Snyder cut, but it's going to be the Big Mac cut of the Unauthorized Podcast.
Oh,
Oh dear.
I don't want the. I don't. Did any of you watch the Schneider cut?
Is it?
Oh, no, it's
That's
not
not
a thing.
released yet.
It's not a thing. There's never going to be a thing. But Schneider was like, no, it is.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it is.
HBO Plus, I think it is.
Yeah.
Wait, did it
HBO
actually
Plus.
get released?
Not
That
yet.
means people
There's
are.
going to be a live watch party on HBO Plus.
Yeah, HBO Plus is actually they're releasing a Snyder cut.
What do you guys think, though? Are you guys?
Okay,
I
I'll be
don't
honest.
care.
I'm somewhat excited because I'll be honest, I liked Batman vs Superman, but not a lot. But I preferred it much more to the way that they did Justice League.
Yeah,
I feel like no
Just-
one likes DC movies. Hopefully, Birds of Prey's alright.
I've seen it.
haven't
It's
seen it
very
yet.
good.
Have you not seen Birds of Prey yet?
No, I haven't seen it. I haven't watched movies in ages.
Oh god. Well, I mean, Birds of Prey is okay.
I
mean,
wouldn't say it's the best, but it's
wouldn't
it's
say
it's
definitely
It's
not
a
horrible.
DC movie. It's a
Ewan
DC movie.
McGregor
So.
was great as Black Mask, and
Yeah.
of course, Margot Robbie was great as Harley Quinn as always.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'll be honest. At certain points, I'm just confused at how one of them was just like a little tubby cop who's like taking on 4 guys or 4 times their weight, and she's like throwing them across the room, and I'm like, how is this happening? And of course, granted, this is the same world where a man dresses up in a bat suit and fights crime. But I mean, it's,
Yeah.
and of course,
Hang
it's
on,
also-
I just realised I'm sitting next to my open window and there's like people walking past outside hearing this. I'm gonna close my window a bit.
Well,
let them hear.
they
need to know
get behind the
truth.
scenes on the Unauthorized.
Yeah, on this
Yeah.
great
Oh my
podcast.
god,
think
the
anyone needs
Unauthorized Podcast, person walking by outside cut.
Yeah.
Right,
Walking outside
On,
was a
again,
pickup.
on the topic of movies now, best Marvel movie. Actually, no, Endgame opinions, right? Spoilers for Endgame, but if you haven't seen it, I haven't seen it, but if you haven't seen it,
What?
You
I
haven't seen
don't like-
Endgame. No.
I
We're not going
watched-
to talk about Endgame. We're going to talk about why you haven't seen Endgame yet.
I don't like the Avengers. I like the films when they're on their own as characters,
Right.
but when they're all as a group, I watched almost every Marvel movie apart from the Avengers Endgame and
Dearest,
the one before that.
dearest
What? So you've
Mr.
not seen Infinity War
The-
Endgame?
Dearest
Sorry, the
Mr.
only
Ogwath
Avengers I've
and
seen is
Big
Avengers 1.
Mac. The first thing that we're going to move on to this subject at some point. The first thing that I am going to do when lockdown is over is I'm going to drag you two and everybody else to either over here, right, over at my house, and we're going to watch all of the Avengers movies back to back.
I mean, actually, this is a fun fact. During lockdown, I actually did a marathon of the Marvel stuff.
I do that every time a new Marvel movie is released. Yeah,
What? Every single time a new Marvel movie is released?
in chronological order. So I start with
That's just
First
sad.
God
Avenger.
dang. Why doing
I watched Lord of the
are you
Rings
doing
for 12 hours.
chronological order?
Yeah.
I just did it in order of
In
release.
release, no, I do it in chronological order. So I
That's
start
just
with
sad.
First
I
Avenger,
thought they
then
were in order of release chronologically.
no,
Well, I mean, in fairness, a lot of the Marvel movies are in order of chronology.
Yeah.
In release, except from like First Avenger and Captain Marvel. They're,
Yeah.
they're before, and also Ant-Man
but
and the
also
Wasp have were
when
before.
a new Avengers movie comes out, so when like Captain Marvel came out, I did it chronologically, just the movies. But when an Avengers movie come out, I also watch all of the TV shows that goes along with it chronologically.
Holy, okay,
Every
how do
season,
you have
every
time for this?
episode.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I
like
plan it
this
out. I
shadow.
plan my time ahead, and to my off time. So I start like a month
got
before
nothing to do
the
for
movie comes
weeks.
out.
Okay, here's a question: have you watched Agents of Shield?
I have.
What's your opinion of it?
I loved it at the start, and it got very bad. I'm not gonna lie, but you
Same
know
thing
what?
with
I'm-
Cage.
I'm sort of liking it again.
I mean,
I'm halfway through the newest season, and the last season is about to be released. So
Well,
I'll
I
probably watch
think-
that.
I
But
think we can all agree that Deadpool 1 and 2 are the greatest Marvel films ever released.
okay, those are
The-
Marvel Fox, so or at least they were. Because also, by the way, did you guys know that X-Men and Deadpool have all been bought over by
Yep.
Disney? So
yeah,
it's not
there's
just
a merger. hmm
they're
Yeah,
gonna
they
be bringing them into
Disney with Deadpool just doesn't seem right.
That's the
you
thing
know?
which I'm worried about. Are they gonna censor him? I couldn't see them
They
dare
can.
touching Deadpool.
If they touch
they-
Deadpool, I think Ryan Reynolds will walk away.
Disney
He's what makes Deadpool.
Disney Marvel Studios
Yeah.
has announced that they have no plans for any Deadpool movies in the future.
I swear to God, I'm starting a bloody riot.
Yeah,
So they've
that may have
they-
changed. But I haven't been keeping up with it. But last time I heard, they announced that they had no plans for any more Deadpool movies in the future.
because they
Why
bought
don't
they
they
bought all
have
of the Marvel
Deadpool
stuff that they
fight?
had in their possession. So
Why don't they why don't they have Deadpool fighting the Avengers like they had in the comics? Because that'd be a good film.
Yeah.
He'd win every time. But
he can't be killed. I mean, here's the curiosity though, is that how do you think they're gonna? Because right now they're just doing a bunch of TV shows and the movies
Yeah.
are taking are on the back burner. But I'm just wondering how do you
It's
think
the
they're
Disney
aiming-
Plus thing. They're just trying to.
yeah, they're trying
Oh
to
yeah,
get
they're
it
doing what Vision and Wanda, and then they're doing what
I
is
like how you said Vision and Wanda and not WandaVision, which is the name of the TV show.
it? God, listen, Vision's more memorable than Wanda.
Yeah,
Scarlet
I
Witch.
don't even know who Wanda is.
She's Scarlet Witch. You probably wouldn't know. She's only in the Avengers movies.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know her from the comics. I know she
Yeah.
exists, but
also,
Oh,
I'd
I
like to
love
contend,
comics.
is Scarlet. I contend that Scarlet Witch is stronger than Captain Marvel.
I thought spoilers again. I thought she died. Oh no, it was
Scarlet
Black Widow.
Witch.
It was Black Widow.
Oh, Black Widow,
Wow,
not
this
Scarlet
is just
Witch.
a spoiler-filled.
We
I said
already
spoilers
said
before I said it, so.
spoilers.
Mhm.
I mean, if nobody's listening anyway, and if they
I
are,
know,
they're probably
Things
they're
I
probably a
have,
13
Probably
year old.
died of boredom.
I have
Correct.
Endgame, and I still knew that. So
Yeah, I mean,
It's
I
oh,
contend
I
that
keep meaning to watch. Do you guys know Hamilton, the Broadway production?
yeah,
mhm.
the musical.
Apparently it's on Disney Plus, and I really want to see it.
What?
Apparently they did a live. I'm not sure if they did it or they're still planning to do it, but apparently you can watch Hamilton on Disney Plus.
I mean, I've got Disney Plus. I don't think it's on Disney Plus, is it?
I'm not sure if it's on yet or not. When is Hamilton released on Disney Plus? Here we go. Lin-Manuel Miranda, the creator of Hamilton, has
Yeah.
confirmed that it will be arriving on Disney Plus much earlier than previously planned.
Ooh. When is that? When was
Yeah.
it planned?
It was scheduled to arrive in October 2021,
Oh God.
but much
Jesus.
earlier means the 3rd of
Potentially a few
July,
months.
Wednesday. Oh no, that is June. I'm an idiot. 3rd of July next month.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Hold on, you're saying a whole year and what? 3 months
yeah. Which
earlier?
They're trying to
probably
get.
means it's going to be
They're
harder.
How is
cash in.
that possible?
They're trying
Friday
to
the
cash
3rd of July.
Well, we're
They're
going to
trying to
release
cash
this
in.
thing a year and 3 months from now, but instead we're going to release it a year and 3 months earlier. How did I do that?
I
I'm
don't
telling
know.
you, it's quarantine money.
What do you mean?
Everyone's at home.
quarantine?
Everyone's gonna get Disney Plus. Everyone's bored. So what are they gonna watch? Oh, I heard Hamilton got added. May as well watch
Well,
it while
that
there's
tells
nothing
me-
better to do.
If they've recorded a Hamilton musical that's going to come out next month, then surely
Not sure if
They
it's
must
like I assume it must
they
be.
must have recorded it beforehand, right?
I assume
Yeah.
it must be like a movie adaptation. I'm not sure.
See, what I'm thinking is that what we need on Disney Plus is Rocky Horror Show Live.
Rocky
Oh,
Horror
The
Show.
kids need to see that.
Rocky Horror Picture Show. Oh, it's.
I'll be honest, boys. I don't know what Rocky Horror Show is.
It doesn't matter. You
Sacre
don't.
bleu.
I wouldn't recommend it actually. It's
I've not seen it, but I know of it. I know everything that happens.
my mum went. My mother dearest went to watch it live like a couple months ago before like quarantine started.
Oh,
It's a big thing. Like people will dress up to go see it and everything.
It's really good.
jeez.
We were.
What do you mean it's really good? You've never seen it.
I know, but you know,
I have
I know it's
movie.
really good because I know what happens, and I know all the songs.
Okay. I know it's great
Right.
just because I know the
It's
key
it's
point.
it's what the time warp's from. If you know
Yeah.
the time warp.
No,
Oh, copyright! No, I sang
Oh,
it so badly
copyright.
that we're not gonna get
That's true.
copyright.
He's not. He's
No,
not
I-
even remotely in key. It's okay.
Nobody's. What the hell is that?
Unrecognizable.
Who the fuck is that?
I'll put
guy?
like I'll just bleep it all out. I just
Yeah.
just put you saying
No,
the word
no,
feet
no,
over and over
no.
again
No, no, no.
from
Peter.
earlier.
Beep in time, so it's beep, 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 beep. I'm
Okay, yes.
looking at the
Okay.
audio track. My audio track is having a stroke because of that.
Feet,
It's-
feet, 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 feet.
Let's not. Okay, quick steps.
Hey.
Yeah, you're the only person we have saying that. Oh no, you gave him it.
You said it earlier.
Oh, let's not talk about them. Alright.
Let's not talk about that. So, how? Yeah.
How are you going along with that? Dyeing your hair, by the way.
Who
Oh.
moi?
Yeah.
Well, I really want to do it, but I also
Are a virgin.
um
I completely shut.
I
me down.
might actually just go ahead and buy.
Well,
buy
yeah, because
a
we got
kit
the
on
G
Amazon.
step. He's doing it right now anyway. Well, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter if it looks
Actually,
trash.
when you've got darker hair, don't you have to bleach your hair?
No,
before
because
you
I
dye it?
never bleached mine when I actually did dye
Mine's
my hair.
considerably darker than yours, though. I think, isn't it?
Yeah, mine's
Yeah.
like nearly like I'd say mine's
But
like
I didn't want a
strawberry.
bright color anyway, so I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But I might
Well,
just
thing is,
yeah,
get one of those like
gray.
30 washes. Like, comes out in
You should-
30 washes.
Get one of those spray-on hair dyes.
Well, I wanted that, but, I thought, you know,
I thought my
I'm
friend would
saying
not respect me.
we do charity event.
yeah.
We get enough money. One, we dye your hair. Two, I do your nails.
Yeah, this is
Three,
what
you
me,
do
Chloe,
fully
Fusco were
get
planning.
makeup. I was with you when we were doing it.
Oh, yeah, you were.
I
I
was
forgot
part of
about that. Ouch.
No, and then we do makeup for one, nails for one, hair for one. Get you fully dressed up as a girl for another.
I think Eve and I have to cut this
We are
out.
we are half an hour into the recording.
I had to remove about 20 minutes of this.
Yes, and we've only been recording for 27.
But oh yeah, about 12 minutes of this recording is actually saved.
Oh, I'll just do Discord audio then, I guess.
Have you captured Discord audio?
Yeah.
As a backup. Okay, let's go.
Oh,
I only
glorious.
have
I could
400
hear you having a heart attack there. It's like, do we have to restart this goddamn thing?
I would never restart. I would just jump off the bridge. There's one nearby.
Oh my god.
Hang on,
Suffering of this podcast.
I think the closest bridge to me is the train bridge,
Yeah, okay,
but that's
but
into
I
a
don't think,
river.
I don't think
So-
people really understand what the train bridge is. Shout
Yeah,
out,
well, you guys know what the train
is,
bridge
guys.
Only
talking-
OG fans will know what the train
It's only
bridge is.
original-
Only people who go, yeah. No,
Ah.
wait, Cameron, were you there on us when we were bringing it up when we went to McDonald's and we had to cross the train bridge? And
We didn't-
Alan
we
was
didn't-
scared of going across the train bridge because we might have get jumped.
Wait,
I
what?
don't think I was there. No.
Basically, when we went into town to watch Jumanji 2,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you were there.
someone was scared in case we got jumped.
That sounds like a very me thing. But
Exactly.
I don't think it was me.
I don't think it was.
Me and Billy were walking like way out ahead, going, "No, we're
Oh
fine."
yeah, no, I just constantly thought that you guys were leading us to like a drug den or something because I thought you guys were completely lost. Like
No,
I had no confidence in your pathfinding ability at all.
So I,
Billy
run
like,
this.
goes there all the time. What do you mean? And I have a good sense of direction.
like this. I wasn't scared of going across the bridge. We have
No,
to cross it
I
all the
wasn't.
hecking time.
Mhm.
But I do think it was probably Cameron that pussied in. I'm joking. I think it was probably
Wow.
one of the A's.
Oh, are we
A's,
talking about
A's.
religion now, boys?
Oh,
Let's not do
definitely.
that. Let's
Right.
not do that. Okay.
Should we move
Yeah.
on to a different
We
different
know about
topic?
religious views on my part. I don't mind if you have a religion.
Next topic.
I don't. How considerate of you. I don't mind if you've got a religion.
I
No,
don't.
I'm not gonna, like, attack you for your religion.
It's like,
just
I
look,
respect
I'm
you,
I'm a
whatever
nice
religion
guy,
you
okay?
take.
So I'm not going to just beat you up because you're a certain
I
religion.
respect whatever
I-
religion you take.
understand.
Right.
Who are
Um.
you?
So some idiot suggested that we talk about weird injuries that we have had in the past.
Yeah, whoever suggested that must be a big fool.
Yeah.
Like we're talking
Like
not
mega
cool.
idiot.
Very,
Yeah.
very
talking
much
like-
an
He
idiot.
likely has legs that like twist around.
Twist. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna be at the top page of Wiki feet if they get out backwards.
Oh my god. Yeah, we do the charity thing, but if we get high enough money, you
If we
have
get high
to
enough,
you have
get
to
to see
post
my
feet
feet
pics
going all the way back.
on Instagram.
Post feet pics. Twisted around the
No,
opposite way.
not even normally on my Twitch one. On
Yeah,
my
Harley, you should you should start an OnlyFans. Oh man.
Just him looking down the barrel of the camera, showing his twisted feet.
I'm looking at the camera essentially with my leg like upside down, going.
Your legs
Oh, man.
hanging like a turkey.
Oh man. So yeah, weird
Oh.
injuries. You guys got any weird injuries? in the
I've
past?
never had an injury in my life. I'm just
You've already made that
Too
joke
sheltered.
off camera.
You've made that joke before we started.
it's not. What do you mean it's not a joke? I've never had any injury. It's simple.
How have you not had an injury?
That's impossible.
Well, I mean, okay, just define injury as like, are we talking major injury or just
No.
an injury?
Any injury.
Yeah, I've
Just
had cuts before, obviously, but not like.
Paper Pringle cut, man.
What's the most
Oh.
embarrassing injury that you've
Pringle.
ever had?
Pringle cut.
The most embarrassing injury.
Yeah.
Um, I just haven't really had an embarrassing injury. I'm too manly.
Yeah, I mean, I was a grown child in a play park, and I got hit in the back of the head with a bucket swinging. Concussion. So like the little nest baskets, like swings.
Yeah.
Yes.
I fell off one as it was going, knelt, got on my knees, and as it was and then it came back and smashed me in the back of the head. So I go flying forward and then just walk all the way back to school because it was
actually.
at the mount. You know the park next to it was that one.
Oh,
Damn.
At the mount. I walked all the way back, go to the office, and go, yeah, I've been smashed in the back of the head. Swing. I think I feel sick.
I've got a concussion
And I
brain
can't
damage.
see properly. And they go, how did you get back? I go, I walked alone. Yeah.
And ever since that day, my feet.
My
twist
feet
around
have
like
managed to
owls.
bend in unhuman.
Oh, no, that's just because my ankles are crippled.
I gained that power. Actually, on topic of injuries, I've actually been reminded of one. It was a very simple one. You know the zip lines? You know the ones where it's
Oh
like
god, yeah.
you zip from A to B, but it's not like there's a gradient difference. It's just like
Wait a minute. You
a big
zip?
line.
You zip on a line on a zip line? Really?
I'll attack you. I'll attack you. So basically,
Max is
I
going to
was
throw
going-
hands.
I was going back. I was, pulling back the wire, which sounds like euphemism, but it's not. But I was basically
Mhm.
going back.
Going to be one now.
It probably is now. And
Schnuffle.
the bit that the jump off of, you know what I mean? You have to climb up there, and then you jump off with the zip
Yeah.
line.
Mhm.
And there was no back to this one, so I
Oh,
kept
God.
walking back, and my feet slipped from under me, and I fell all the way down, and it caught my jaw on the way down, and
Oh.
it slapped me so hard, and it ended up flipping me onto my back. And
Oh.
then my dad just walked over to me and he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I couldn't feel anything." I was like,
I was
I think
paralyzed
was just a case
from the
of a
neck
brain
down.
damage. And I was just kind of like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then we went home, and to this day, I
Never
I can-
told my dad I couldn't feel.
ever since the day, I have
That's
never
amazing.
felt anything, or smelt anything, or heard anything. I'm all just guessing the whole time.
Just a
As
very
someone
good
who has
guesser.
a poor sense of smell, I'm offended.
That's right. That is right, Shadow. I am very good at making toasties.
Um,
Ha ha ha! It is funny joke because I misunderstood you
Ha,
because I
ha,
can't hear.
ha.
That is the quality of this
My,
podcast.
you guys have probably heard
I think
this.
he's dumb, my guy.
I think you've heard this before, you guys, but the
Thanks,
viewers,
tell it.
non-existent. When the most embarrassing injury that I've ever had was when I managed to break my arm playing badminton.
How do you do
Oh
that?
my!
It's like
I
the
actually
safest
don't remember
sport.
this one.
You don't remember, correct? So, in primary school, I went to different primary schools than you guys, obviously. And our school, we were getting a new school building, but in order to get the new school building, they had to, knock down the other one.
Really?
Yep.
Crazy. We just got ours built on top.
So-
There's the whole first and second
So-
floor we don't use.
we were all in the. We were all in the sort of the one building. So we had two buildings. They had to knock down one to make room for the new school building, which fitted everyone. So we were all in the one building, which didn't have a gym hall or a dining hall. So at lunch and PE,
You ate outside
we
in
would-
the piss rain.
at lunch and PE, we would go to the community centre and we'd use that hall for both a lunch hall for when it's lunch and a PE hall for when it's PE.
You're blowing my mind right now.
I know, right?
I
Um,
thought you would have used it for
yes.
maths class.
The problem with this is
Physics.
on a Thursday,
Didn't do physics. He was like 5.
on
History there.
on a Thursday, we would have PE immediately after lunch. And the problem was this: the dinner ladies and the cleaning staff
Fed us bricks. So we
had to
couldn't swim.
had to tidy up quickly to make room for us to come in and do our PE. And the problem
Didn't
is they weren't that accurate with their tidying. And the whole reason that I broke my arm was because of a straw packet.
Oh no!
Right?
No.
So you know in a milk carton, right? Where you
Yeah, I
get the
know
straw
what
at the back.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that
No,
comes in a
no,
packet.
okay.
How do you slide on
Right.
one of them?
So I was playing badminton, right?
Break your arm.
And I'm actually all right at badminton. Okay, it's the only
Dude,
sport that I'm actually
better than you though.
competent. Right? Challenge me when we're back at school. Okay.
Wait,
I
wait,
have, and I pummeled
wait.
you in a 1v3.
Hold
What?
on. Wait, you're telling me that not only did you step on a straw packet, not like one of those big packs of 120 straws.
No.
We're talking one
The
of those
milk.
tiny
The
half
milk.
straws
Yeah.
for milk cartons, which
For
don't even
milk
cover the
cartons.
whole straw.
Right.
and
So.
you slipped on that.
So. There was an overhead. My opponent did an overhead clear, and I was about to smash it. Right. So I was leaning back.
You
Right.
smash it when you're that short.
Well, because they were short as well. You see, it's all
Yeah, but
relative.
is the net
No,
short? That's the
because
question.
the net's short, exactly.
Okay,
Was it a
right.
normal badminton net or was it like a little baby
Well, clearly
belly?
it was probably smaller because they're primary school kids.
Yes, it was smaller because we were
We
primary
didn't
school
have the
kids.
funding for badminton nets. We didn't have any, so I don't know.
So, I was walking backwards to try and hit this, right? And I stood on the straw packet. I didn't realize it at the time. And as I was leaning back and my arm was behind me to try and hit the shuttlecock over. And I lifted up my other foot
Said the funny
and I
word.
just slid on the straw packet to the point where my arm was still behind me until it bent backwards and the racket actually bent it and it broke in two places. I know.
That's funny and all, but I've never broke a bone other than
I've
like
never
toes.
broke a bone either.
I've
That's how I
sprained many a time, but broken never.
I've never sprained or broken a bone.
Spraining's how my ankles are so tushed.
Oh, I thought it was just because you fell in like a
Well-
vat of radioactive salt.
Well, is that because I'm like blue? No, this I sprained my ankle once, and then I messed it up a little bit, and I sprained it again, and messed it up more, and now my tendons don't stretch the full extent of my leg.
Wait, so you're saying that you basically just hammered your feet so that they went all the way around your leg?
Sure, we'll go with that.
So the origin
Can't be bothered
story
explaining it.
of Ogwath's fancy feet is essentially he put them into a blender, and the dog just sewed them on the wrong way around. But turns out that because they solved this, they cut off the heads of owls and put on their necks onto his feet so he could rotate his feet around because they couldn't surgically take them off and put them back on the right way around, and that's why he can turn his feet 360 degrees.
Yeah. There we go. The more you know.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That's why they listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
Does that have any accuracy to it?
Were you the
Yes.
surgeon?
I may have been.
I was
and I
the
thought we were
person who I was the person who found the decapitated owl neck.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, I was the one who found the owl.
I just had a stockpile.
Oh, I just realized. If Stallo watches this, his whole thing is he likes owls.
Oh my
Sorry.
god! Oh no! Oh no!
I apologize. It wasn't Stallo though. It's fine. Wasn't that owl?
Well, that's
Speaking of owls,
we just
what's
replaced
the
it.
name of speaking of owls, what's the name of that movie where it was like the owls were the soldiers fighting each other?
What you mean, Valiant with the pigeons?
Was it Valiant with the pigeons? No, it was like they were owls.
No, there was
I-
Valiant with the pigeons. I don't
I've got
remember
no
owls.
idea what you're talking about.
No, but I'm pretty sure Zack Snyder did it. And it had it was an animated film.
What was it like?
Pigeon-
World War Two?
And I don't think it was World War II. It was like they wore armor
What
and
the?
flew at each other.
Alright, hang on. I'm gonna look at this. Fighting owl movie.
Fighting owl movie.
Don't do it. Hold on. I'll look up Zack Snyder's.
Legend of the Guardians. Owls of Ga'Hoole.
Yes.
What
Zack
is
Snyder.
this?
Legend of the Guardians. The Owls of Ga'Hoole.
Have you
Yes,
ever
that
heard
is-
of this?
Wait,
Before?
I think I watched this.
Yes.
When
I'm
young
crazy.
owl was abducted by the evil owl army.
I think so. I didn't actually watch the movie. I just
Wait,
brought it
when a
up.
young owl is
Oh.
abducted by an evil owl army, he must escape with newfound friends and seek legendary guardians to stop the menace. Director Zack Snyder.
Yes, actually, no, I have seen this movie. I told a lie.
Do they have guns?
No, do they have guns? I've not seen the movie.
It's like Owlman. Instead of Batman, it's just Owlman with guns.
Oh,
That's the
wow.
Owlman's from Watchmen.
Watchmen.
Night Owl. Sorry. It's basically the
Yeah,
same
you
thing.
loser. Try again. what's the-
From
what's the name?
in the comics,
I got-
there is an
it
owl,
won,
owl
it won
man.
4 awards. It
What's-
was
what's
a
the-
Saturn nominee.
Yeah, I know. It's
It
such a
won
gangster
the
movie. I loved it.
it won the EDA Female Focus Award
Hey,
because that had Helen Mirren in it.
Damn.
Helen Mirren. Wow.
Helen Mirren and Zack Snyder play
That really makes
with
the
an owl movie.
Yeah. I don't know
Wow.
why-
Next, you're gonna
Best
tell me.
animated effects nominee, Sebastian Quetzi and Warner Bros.
Damn.
Okay, I don't know why this movie reminds me of it, but what do you guys remember the movies Where the Wild Things Are?
Yes.
Yes.
Where they had like huge monster puppet things, I think they were.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And like that movie freaked me out because I remember a scene where like I can't remember, but the big one, the boss,
The
he felt betrayed by the kid. And the woman,
oh, and it
Monster has
chased
to
them
hide him.
down.
and then like he's trying to come to eat the kid or something, and she has to hide him, and that shook me up. I was hecking crazed out. But of course, that was like you'll have seen it, Ogwath, because it was a 2010 movie, and you've only seen 2010 movies, and
Shut
nothing
up.
after that.
I have, you know, hang on. When did Clue and Dodgeball come out? Clue came out in
2007.
my favorite films from 1985
Old movies are good movies, though. You have to admit.
Okay,
and 1985 and 2004. Both of the films I like came out either near or before I was born.
wow. Actually, okay, I could be. I'm gonna check it out. What was Back to the Future?
Who's calling me? No, I'm doing a podcast.
No, such disrespect.
Alone.
Give me a second. I have to take this phone call.
We both got phoned.
Nice.
You fooled each other.
Oh my god. Harley, why are you phoning me? Jesus.
I'm not. I don't even have your phone number because I got a new phone. Remember?
Oh
You
yeah.
fooled who this.
New phone. Who it is? Oh yeah, I broke it the day.
That's
broke
your
the kid-
excuse for not calling me and texting me back.
A Gibson, right? Gibson. I broke
Oh.
his nose the same day I broke my phone.
Yeah.
And I care
broke
more about my
I
phone.
broke it with the phone.
I remember that day. It was a fun day.
That was a
Yeah,
great
it was. Cameron was there. He watched me clean up a trail of blood.
Yeah.
There wasn't
I pulled it outside. It was fun.
For you physicists, have you heard that apparently scientists have seen a planet being made?
Ooh, like being formed.
Yeah, planet forming.
What about the alternate universe we found that time moves backwards?
Mhm.
What?
Yeah, they found.
Yeah, they found an alternate universe where time moves backwards.
Huh.
Either that or some scientists are getting stoned at NASA and are just like, yo, man!
Tell me something.
Oh, look at this!
Time moves backwards? Is it alternate
Yeah,
dimension?
yeah.
Yeah, so it
Reality?
starts. So the universe started at the end of the world and will end at the start of the world.
Wow.
I know.
Does that not freak you out? 'Cause it's like,
Well, the thing is, if we can somehow get there, we can see what happens.
We
in
can
the
see it.
future.
Yeah. Well, either that or we don't.
because here's the first,
Because-
here's the question: how do we know that will have in that dimension, universe, whatever it's called, will have people in it? And if so, people will go down the course that we end up going down. And also, have you ever thought that world isn't going backwards, but instead is going forwards? and
Forwards.
The Big Bang was just a collapse of the universe.
And this world is actually going backwards.
Right,
yeah.
here we go, right.
This is
Uh,
scaring me now.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Right, like so. Study may have found evidence of an alternate parallel universes. Oh, plural. Wait, that's
Ooh.
2015.
Oh, no,
Okay,
there was
well, I'm
another
sh-
one recently.
Mm-hmm.
Search time going back universe.
Yeah, time.
Very-
Time going back universe.
Time going back to universe.
Mr. Duffin would be proud.
He would be.
He'd be prouder that I can't spell universe.
Time going back
UNFO.
universe.
Yeah, mirror universe where time moves backwards. That's 2016.
Hmm.
You.
Maybe people are just
God.
talking about it now because some random guy found it.
Yeah. I think they were Finnish, if I remember rightly. There's
Right,
something
we'll
All
look
the
at what one
scientific
2020.
discoveries are by the Finnish these. They always finish what we start.
Aha, May 19th. Hey, that was my birthday.
Hey.
Wow.
We're getting evidence of my birthday here. No, I'm good. Right.
Uh-oh.
No, copyright. We don't want that. In a scenario straight out of Twilight Zone, group of they were stoned. Oh, it's red. That's pretty cool. Found an expert. Shut up. We know that I get.
ADHD
Shut up.
unlocked.
An experiment in Antarctica discovered evidence of parallel universe. Why am I reading this? Someone else read it.
I can't read it. It's too blurry.
So blurry.
Yeah.
The concept of a parallel universe has been around since the early 1960s, 50s,
Yep, 60s.
60s.
Hang on.
Mostly in the minds of excellent.
Oh no. go
Mostly
away.
in the minds of fans of sci-fi TV shows and comics. But now a cosmic ray detection, what did I say? Can't read it. Experiment has found particles that could be from a parallel realm. That also was born in the Big Bang. The Daily Star.
Oh, that was
reported.
when we nuked ourselves multiple times.
We should
Well,
we should
we
do
are
a
the
segment like
epicenter.
this. We should do like a news
Actual
Every time
intellectual
we do it,
segment.
we do the universe segment. Right?
Yeah, I'll
The
get-
experts used the giant balloon to carry NASA's Antarctic Impulsive Transient Antenna, or ATNA, high above Antarctica, where the frigid dry air provided the perfect environment with little or no radio noise to distort its findings.
Mm.
Low energy subatomic neutrinos with a mass close to zero can completely pass through Earth, but higher energy objects are stopped by solid matter of our planet, according to the report.
That means the high energy particles can only be detected coming down from space.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So, Principal ATNA investigator Peter Gorman, that's a pretty spicy name, I'm gonna be honest, an experimental particle physicist at the University of Hawaii. So, you don't even have a good bomb calling.
What?
No, have you not heard about the Hawaii bomb threat?
Oh god, come on, let's not.
Are we not moving on to Hawaii's bomb thing, where they accidentally called a nuke?
Okay, let's not do that.
Yeah.
Some guy clicked the wrong
I
button.
like this idea though. I think we could either do it as a separate thing or we could do it in the podcast.
I say we
but
do it a bit of both. You know, we
I could-
cut out bits of
yeah.
the podcast.
I can
You know,
I can
I'll
find
put
a bunch of like news articles and we can
Not
go through them.
everyone. Wait, some people. He noted that his fellow researchers has seen several of these impossible events, which some were skeptical about. No one, not everyone was happy with the hypothesis.
He told New Scientist.
Old new scientist. Who's new scientist and
It's
why?
a,
Does,
a
it's a thing.
magazine thing, an electronic magazine paper thing.
Oh, it's also talking about it, right? Of course,
Hey,
there are
Paul.
any inhabitants in the universe they'd consider us the backward ones. Fair.
Also, have you guys also heard about apparently the U.S. military has actually published a thing saying that there was a UFO that they haven't identified properly. Well, I
Yeah.
suppose
Hey.
is the name of the UFO. Like,
Yeah.
they believe that there's aliens that have visited our planet.
Yeah, I feel like this year's all going to trash.
Like, this year has been absolutely crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
been cool in the sense of like, what was it? This Saturday, the Dragon shuttle launched.
I know.
Right.
Did you guys watch it live?
I-
I watched it live.
I didn't.
I
I'm
watched
not
it
that
live.
sad.
And apparently, it took them 19 hours
Yes,
to reach the
the
ISS.
Pentagon confirms 3 videos showing unidentified aerial phenomena.
Jesus.
When was this?
I'm not sure if they're
April
confirming the
1st.
fact that there's aliens, but they're saying that
April
there definitely was UFO.
Yeah. Right, hang on. The video's playing it. We might get copyright. Oh, it's CBS. This is fair use CBS.
Yeah, furious.
So this footage was leaked years ago, and we showed it to you back in 2017. U.S. Navy infrared cameras photographed what appear to be rapidly moving UFOs. Pentagon officials say the videos were released to clear up any misconceptions over whether the footage was real, Anthony.
My
Okay.
God.
Steve Savard
Oh my
reporting
God,
from
that's so
KMOD.
loud.
Okay, so this raises the question: do you guys think that aliens are real?
I,
There he is.
there he is. I don't see any reason as to why.
What's
agree.
that quote? Give me a second to try and remember that quote. It's like there are two possibilities. Both are equally probable. I'm paraphrasing this. Either we
Yeah.
are alone in this universe, or we are not. Both are equally terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
This
Well, I
is true.
feel if a lot of the time, if aliens are real, they're gonna be way more advanced than I am. than we are. And I feel like if they ever do come to Earth, that's going to be horrifying.
I'd like to
for
point
us.
out the fact that alien life can technically be dictated as like a single cell organism.
Yeah, well, that's already
Yeah,
been
yeah.
found on like Mars, is it? They found
Well,
like,
there's
bacteria.
been they haven't actually found any living or dead bacteria, but they've
But didn't they find water on Mars?
they a possibility, yeah. But
Of previous.
they basically they dug up in the soil, and when they dug up in the fossil, they found what appeared to be fossils, but they can't actually take it back to a functioning lab because it's a rover found them, and
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
can't. So until we
A rover can
set up a
excavate them.
colony on Mars, which isn't going to be for a long time, we can't actually tell if there once was life on Mars or not.
Hmm. I
My
feel
God.
like it's much more likely that they're out in the universe there will be life.
I mean,
Maybe
something
not
which
an
which
actual
creeps me out is what if there was previously life on Mars?
Yeah.
Is there
Yeah,
life?
How is it not alive anymore?
Well, sure. First off, surely it'd be primitive, considering we've seen no reflections of technology,
Civilization. Hmm.
unless they were a subterranean. But that wouldn't. I don't think so.
And
Because I mean,
yeah, they've
Mars
done
is
scans underground, and they haven't found any like tunnel systems around there. So
Mm. See, I'm
There would have
saying
to
now the
be-
podcast is getting interesting.
the
yeah,
podcast is getting spicy.
See, I say we trim a ton off the first little bit because this is the good bit. We just need to
rename the podcast This Week on the Universe.
That's good, but I feel like we're not gonna have enough science to talk about it.
yeah. I think
Listeners,
I've got
We
good,
have the segment of This Week in the Universe. That'd be good.
I've got good
Yeah.
random like news sources that I can go through, and I'll compile a list for next week, and we'll do it.
Cool.
Yeah, we can look through them.
Isn't that exquisite? Ladies and gentlemen at home, nobody's listening. No,
See, every time you say nobody's listening, more and more people are gonna want to leave.
that's the goal.
You're not the only one. We watch this back, so
We all want to leave.
It's fine. Everyone share, like,
subscribe.
shit.
Subscribe and please sponsor us.
Yes.
please.
While you're at it, split yourself with a
Please,
shovel.
just
well,
not
Bridge.
Shadow Legends, please. No raid.
We'll advertise
There's
anything.
one- If there's one thing you can all agree and are all gonna be happy to hear, no raid Shadow Legends sponsors. We are
Wrong. We are going to take whatever money we can.
we are sustainable. We are
Sustainable business model.
We are
we run on
respectable in that
windmills and
Yes.
hydroelectric
You
power.
know by now I'm not good with words and
Human-sized hamster wheels.
words.
You sound like the kid. And but when
But if
then
you-
And then-
but-
then- You ever had a dream that was the wind by the
Fun fact, I
Anyway.
look like him too.
Anyway, do you guys mind if we have a quick 5 minutes break
Yep.
and then come back to it? Just
I
keep
mean,
your...
you could. Me and Max can talk about
Yeah.
some.
Yeah, you guys can continue. I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Righto.
My
So
phone's having a seizure. Hang on.
nice. So it makes you think, Carly. Do you think that there's aliens out there?
I think there is. Maybe not in the solar system, but there's. The universe is so big. I would be way more surprised if there isn't. If
Do you
we
think-
somehow were able to be born, I feel like there's gotta be something there.
I agree. Do you think that there is something else within this galaxy?
I think it's a stretch.
You think it's a stretch to be within this galaxy, but you
Yeah.
think it could be in another one?
I think it could be another one, but no. I'm probably if Earth is our most habitable one, and Mars is barely, but it's still the second.
Well, I mean, it's well, I'm not sure if it's the second, but the closest one. I think it's the second most habitable in our solar system.
Yeah, but
Honestly,
that's
it's
what I
just
mean.
thinking
In our
what
solar
they're-
system.
Because think about how many solar systems are actually in the galaxy,
Oh yeah,
and I'm thinking,
yeah.
because imagine how many planets and because although we have seen quite a few, I'm thinking surely that there is other celestial bodies out there which would be habitable, either for
Yeah.
us or for something else. And if not, there could be many variations in the species themselves that may not make them human.
Yeah. Well,
So,
if there's over 500 solar systems in the Milky Way,
mm,
and there may even be tens of billions,
I
and
mean,
we've only found 500. Some say there may even be tens of billions. So if I don't know,
there could, like, for all we know, they could be. We could literally have, maybe not exactly next door neighbors, but in more,
in
you know,
universal terms, that
in
probably would
universal
be.
terms, yeah, next door neighbors could be aliens,
Hmm.
but we just don't know it, as far as we know. Because I mean, a light year is hecka far away, and I
Exactly.
mean, for all we know, we could have next door neighbors that we don't know of. But I mean, this is delving into much more science that we're qualified to discuss. But I think
Well, yeah.
we have to have. There must be other life, because I mean, statistically, there must be.
Yeah. Well, even in our galaxy, right? If there is, as estimated, at very least 10 billion solar systems in the Milky Way, and how many planets are in our solar system? Eight,
Uh, eight.
seven, eight.
Yes.
Say
Eight.
one in eight. Say we'll say 1 in 16, because maybe some of them don't have habitable like planets.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, that's 1 in 16 chance. And hell, maybe some solar systems have like 17 planets. We don't know.
This is like, there's plenty of solar systems that will have more or less planets,
Exactly.
and I mean, it's like when you think about it, there must be other life, even if it's not in our galaxy, which I don't think is. I think there must be, but even if there isn't, there's still plenty of other galaxies, which they should. If this phenomena only occurs once in a galaxy, surely that there must be life somewhere, whether it's
Yeah.
distantly far away.
Whether that's a galaxy far, far away,
Oh my, a
a
long time
time
ago.
long ago.
Oh my god! But actually, speaking of which, are you excited for A, The Mandalorian Season 2, B, the Ahsoka series, and B, the Kenobi series?
Yes, all of
I
the
said
above.
B twice, I mean
You said
C,
B
the
twice.
Kenobi.
You're turning into me. Yes, all of the above. As long as they don't ruin it like they ruined the last 3 movies. Well, last two. I didn't mind Force Awakens.
Yeah, I liked Force Awakens. I
It
just
was
like
alright.
the Last Jedi, there's some things which are good about it. It doesn't deserve as much hate as it gets, but it's still
Yeah.
just bully. And then The Rise of Skywalker is just some things are cool. A
No,
lot of it was just
I think what would have made it 10 times better is if they had changed the use of the dark side, as opposed to her thinking spoilers again. We're talking about more movies.
oh crap.
Instead of thinking she killed Chewie with Force lightning, had she saved him using the dark side of the Force, and only being able to do that if she tapped into it and believing that herself.
Hmm.
I feel the whole she turned to the dark side thing would have made more sense, because we know for a fact she won't, because she thought it killed her friend. She's
Yeah.
spent all her time trying to shun it away. Luke shunned it away from her for all of her training.
Yeah.
And if she tapped into that and goes, hang on, this is helpful, and for the rest of the film uses it more and more, and as it goes on, her friends seem more and more afraid of what might happen, and they
I see what you mean. Because I
What?
mean, doesn't Luke say that when she looks into the Force, she immediately goes to the dark side to
Mhm.
look for answers? So it's like if we built on that, because I mean, they introduced Force healing in the movie, which is used through the light side, which
Yeah.
I think is that seems like it maybe would deter her for the dark side if it's like I can save people. But if you change that up and made it like what Mr. Palpatine lied to Anakin,
Yeah, like say,
But-
I don't know, say Finn got like badly wounded or something,
yeah,
and
like for
Palpatine's like,
example,
I could save him.
yeah, like for example, if a lightsaber went up his spine, which would cripple him or kill him, you know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, and not have him fall out of a suit, spring water.
it
That scene, man, that scene.
was. I don't like it. I don't like
We
it
see
at all.
lightsabers cut through hands like a hot knife through
Yeah.
butter, literally, and then
Just
it's just like,
Like,
Yeah, you got
doesn't
slashed up a spinal cord. That would be gone.
Yeah, doesn't she cut down a tree
Yeah.
in Rise of
She cuts
Skywalker?
through rock.
She
in
cuts
the
through, yeah,
first
she cuts clean through rock and trees, and yeah, his lightsaber does not literally yeetus his spine. Because surely, if you've got the technology to basically fix your spine, I should think that, cybernetic limbs aren't a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Although I suppose we don't really see anybody with cybernetic limbs,
Yeah.
do we?
No,
So,
basically
with the
just
exception of Luke, who is locked away, maybe they have to somehow develop limb replacing, spine
Hang on,
replacing.
let's look this up. Does Star Wars have limb healing?
Yeah.
We'll just call it that. No, it's just going on about. I love the Wikipedia.
Wikipedia is great.
It doesn't force. It's basically only force healing.
I should think so. But I mean, that's here's the question. Is that well, I suppose we have to go back to the original question. Are you excited for TV series that are coming out?
Yeah.
'Cause
feel
I like The Mandalorian.
Mandalorian go if they follow the way Mandalorian was going, it'll be great.
'Cause
Obviously,
yeah.
they need someone who can, I don't know, follow up to Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor. I mean, Ewan McGregor's he's playing Kenobi again.
Wait, is he?
Yeah, he's playing Obi-Wan.
Oh wait, is it old Obi-Wan?
It's between the third movie and the fourth. It's between New Hope and Revenge of the Sith.
Interesting.
Which is fun. I mean, also they're adding Ahsoka into. She's giving her TV series, but she's also appearing in season 2 of The Mandalorian, I think.
So that'd be good. Because I feel every time Ahsoka gets added to a show, it works really well.
I mean, she was a big surprise in being how fun of a character she was.
Yeah. And then you have her in Rebels.
That's true. She was in Rebels as well.
Yeah.
I mean, the best moment, there was 2 good moments in Rebels. The rest of it was all bollocks. Is that Ahsoka versus Vader?
Yeah.
And Maul versus Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
2 good things about Rebels, and Ahsoka being like the Ahsoka Darth Vader thing was hecka cool. And fun fact: did you know that George Lucas originally intended Ahsoka to get the chop during Order 66 or something before that?
Oh.
They originally intended for her to die, but Dave Filoni had her leave the Order in attempts to save her, and ultimately it did.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the I don't know, a lot of shows would have flopped if not for how that played out.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, the Ahsoka was one of the only entertaining parts about Rebels.
Yeah.
It was essentially
And Darth Maul
characters that didn't show up in Rebels were Darth Maul. To be honest, Kanan, he was fun. But in his latter years, really, Kanan was more fun when he was blind. he was more fun. Well, yeah, do you disagree?
Fair.
But, like, I just feel characters that were born during the Clone Wars just seem to be so much more.
Oh, he's back for
Hello.
good. He moved back. I was just like, it's
Hello?
fine, he'll be back, and then I realised they can't hear us
They
without
can't hear us without you.
Oh
Yeah,
no, they can. I have my audio. It's fine.
Well, we were just discussing Star Wars
Oh,
Yeah.
fun.
and
We
the
were,
TV series and the movie.
It's fine. I'm sure they'll generally understand the whole thing of. Wait, Max, did you record the whole Star Wars talk?
No.
Oh, Cameron was here for the whole Star
Yeah,
Wars
he was
talk.
there.
He just left at the end, so we're fine. We were
Well,
just talking about the Clone Wars characters.
I'll level you guys. I was sitting here eating some bread.
Oh,
And it
so
was
you heard
like- I had my headset off, and I was
Why are
sitting
you
here
so weird?
eating some bread.
Please tell me you had at least buttered the bread.
No, it was
This
just
is
plain
why we don't-
bread.
This is why we don't invite you to parties.
I'm done.
I went because I needed to relieve myself, and I went and I
Oh,
came back, and I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna get a few slices of bread.
This is why we don't invite you to parties, alright?
So, because my ears were
How-
hurting because I had my headset on for
How
ages.
do you eat? How do
Eating
you
bread
eat
and
raw
listening to
bread?
our conversation.
It wasn't raw bread. It was bread.
No,
It was
bread
cooked.
is raw. Bread is raw because it ain't toast. Toast is cooked
No,
bread.
bread isn't raw, it's baked
It's
dough.
baked. Yeah.
Yeah, but as far as bread goes, it's not dough. Dough cooked becomes bread, but bread cooked becomes toast. So meaning raw bread is still bread.
No. Raw bread is
No,
dough.
it is.
I would say it's
No,
like a steak
raw.
thing. So like rare is dough, then medium is
No,
bread, and then
steak is steak.
well done is toast.
No, steak is steak. It's always a steak. Even if it's blue steak, it's still steak.
No, it
Bread
isn't.
is
No, it
bread.
isn't because if a steak is uncooked, it's not called a steak anymore.
It is. It's
It's
called a blue steak.
Called beef.
So if you cut up a cow right in front of me, you cut a bit out of a cow, would you
It
call it a
depends
steak?
what part. It depends
But
what part of a
isn't
cow
a
it
specific
is.
part is classified as steak?
Yeah, it's like sirloin and sort of like.
But would you call if I showed you a chunk of meat that came from a cow, would you say, "Oh yeah, that's a steak"?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just an uncooked steak.
Not a freshly cut bit of meat.
it's a
Yeah,
raw steak.
it's still an uncooked steak.
Raw
Is
steak.
it- well, if it's like a sirloin or if it's like a bit of arse, then yes, it's a steak.
But I would argue toast is bread. And
Well,
bread is
toast
bread.
is bread. Toast is bread.
Toast is just cooked bread.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah. So my point still stands.
Toast is bread. It's kind of like the.
You
ape
could call
argument.
it cooked bread if you want, same as you could call it beef if you want.
It's
But
like
I just like calling it steak.
it's like the monkey argument. It's like, is it not all monkeys are apes, but all apes are monkeys, or is it the other way around? I don't know, but it's like toast is bread.
Well, it's all,
not
it's all
bread is
monkeys
toast.
are apes, but not all apes are monkeys.
No, the other way about.
No, not all monkeys are apes, but all apes are monkeys.
Yes, correct.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
that's what I
that's
said. So, I was correct.
Shut up.
Just
I'm,
big dumb.
I'm tired.
It's,
Yeah.
it's all good. I think we all are. Why did we decide to start recording this at 10 to 9?
Well, no, we started recording it. Oh no, we did. I thought it was, I was thinking 10 to 10. I was like, "Pfft,
We are
that's-
legit.
nah."
But
Did I
getting back to the topic at hand, Cameron, are you gonna be excited for the Ahsoka and Kenobi TV series?
I am. Not as excited as you guys, I don't think. No, I think you guys are like diehard Star Wars fan. I am. I would think.
Die Hard is a strong term, but yes.
I think I'm like
Best Christmas movie.
casual to intermediate Star Wars fan.
Oof.
What's your
Favorite Star Wars movie?
No, I forget what they rate the how much like force power you have in.
What?
Force sensitivity?
No, like there's like a point system of force sensitivity.
Right, I didn't even know
And,
that
like
exists.
Anakin was like
so-
16,000 or something.
Oh, the midichlorian count.
Yeah, midichlorian count, yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh.
I don't know. what
Because
that
I
is.
hope you, I would like to tell you, I did a test, boy. I had like Anakin level midichlorian count.
Oh my
Well,
god!
there's
Please
a
don't tell me
test
this.
for
This is going to become a BuzzFeed quiz podcast.
Yeah, okay, we're going to do some BuzzFeed
Other
quiz.
other quiz websites are available.
What is this quiz called?
I don't remember. It was the Star Wars Theory website though.
Did you guys
Star
do the
Wars.
what D&D monster you quiz? I can't
No,
remember.
I didn't.
I sent
All
it.
I know is I would be gigantic.
I sent it in one of the Discord chats. If you want to do that after
Well,
the
that's
podcast.
really helpful.
I know. I think it was
No.
general D&D I put it in.
I'm gonna do it live.
What?
Wow.
It's not live. This is recorded.
You know what I mean? You dick.
uh,
I can't find it, and I'm too lazy to find it. We ain't doing it.
Well.
I scrolled for about like
if you
3
use the
days.
search bar, I'll send the link again at some point after the podcast.
No. No, too bad.
I got a wamp here.
No more link.
F. So,
So the weather, right? I hate
it.
it. I hate the heat. I hate it more than anything. I hate it.
Why?
As an official cold boy,
Yeah,
uh,
I like the heat.
I don't.
I don't feel the cold, so this is worse for me.
I have my light sensitivity. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I have light sense. I don't know if you guys know about this, but I have light sensitivity. It's not like I talk about it every 5 seconds. But
What color are your eyes?
hazel/brown. I'm not quite sure.
Shut up then.
Yeah, loser.
Mine are grey. I'm dead.
Mine are actually also grey. But sometimes blue. They fluctuate. And I know that sounds very...
Mine used to be blue, but now they're just straight up grey, and it's like, damn. I'm like my lightsaber color do be like my eyeballs though.
Wow.
I think it's kicking in, boys. My brain's just going.
Oh.
I need prescribed meds, man.
But yeah, I hate the heat, and it's so bright as well, and I hate it because it just gives me headaches and makes me want to die.
I like the heat. It makes me warm.
That's
Wow.
why I hate it.
Yes.
I much prefer to.
I hate being warm.
Oh yeah, same. I'd much
I hate
rather-
the sun. It's sore and gets
I know
warm
the sun
everywhere.
is the worst. Is my worst.
And then
enemy.
when it's warm, you go to the beach, and the beach has sand, and sand is
I don't
bad.
like sand.
Gets
It's coarse and
it's
rough.
coarse, gets everywhere.
And gets it. Oh man.
Oh.
So
Okay, so I took the midichlorian test, right?
Yeah.
And I too got the Anakin 20,000 plus midichlorians. Your force sensitivity is off the chart.
No, it's over 90,000.
over 9,000.
Cameron, I want you to take the test. It's StarWarsTheory.com.
I'll do
What's
it
your
after. I
midichlorian?
can't
I would
move
like to
anything
point.
currently because I'm
Yeah,
recording. The...
I would like to point out though, right? If Dragon Ball Z had me narrating it, it would be so more enjoyable because
I don't watch
put-
anime, so I wouldn't.
Neither
know.
do I. I never watched Dragon Ball. All I know is the fact that if I said everything with deadpan, it would be funny.
I've watched Dragon Ball. I've not watched that. I've watched Dragon Ball. And I think I watched Attack on Titan.
So
Is
you're
to
right.
go
Wait a minute.
even further beyond.
Harley, that's such an original idea for you. You're gonna say something deadpan. Wow.
Shut up.
It's not like, you know, it's like, oh, Harley's trying to be funny. Let's try and figure out what he's going to do.
Haven't you got him down to a T?
We need one last subject.
One last top.
See,
Yeah.
you missed our entire Star Wars rant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, I was eating bread. I don't know if I told you guys.
you told us.
I left.
I don't know why. I don't know what gets into me sometimes. I just.
I don't know what gets into me. Just every now and then I like eating raw bread.
We've been over this. It's not raw. It's cooked.
Raw,
It's,
dry
it's,
bread.
it's dry bread because it's not got anything on.
Raw,
dry
dry
bread.
bread.
It's
No,
just.
that's
there
just
you go.
toast.
I just thought.
Problem solved.
I just felt like eating some bread. Okay.
Can we move like bread or wraps?
Fun fact: apparently carbohydrates actually are responsible for your sex drive.
I am aware. No, if I was to get carbs, I would just non-stop have noodle stir fries. I love noodles. They're my favorite thing in the world. Anything with noodles. In
Weeb.
it. It just
Noodle
because
stir fries is indeed a euphemism. Like, anyway,
I like a lot of like
Next
Asian
topic.
cuisine. I don't know why. I like sushi as well. I love sushi.
Next topic.
Well, I thought we were moving swiftly on to a topic about food. I was trying to ease us into a transition into food.
Why we talked about food? We talked about bread. We talked about steak.
That's enough for me, Mr. Mash Tatties,
There's
and that's
only
enough for
three
me.
There's only 3 kinds of food: bread,
bread.
hella bread.
Hella bread and hecka bread.
There's only 3 cans of food. There's
boys,
bread, burnt bread.
Boys, it's
Bread.
kicking
Raw
off.
bread.
It's kicking off, boys. We're having the section every week of me going in the downward spiral.
Ooh, lockdown, mental health. Ooh.
Nah, man,
Well,
I've
lockdown's
always
been
been
relieved,
messed
boys
up.
and girls.
I've always been messed up, but I just miss seeing Dick laugh
I
at it.
thought I'm gonna cut that, and you know exactly where I'm gonna cut that.
I love I miss
Cool.
dicks.
Thank you, Max, for that. I've got that recorded as well there. I didn't even have to cut that. Final
I felt something pop.
topic. Final topic.
Final topic.
What are we going
Final
for?
topic.
I felt something pop.
Dungeons and Dragons.
I think Dungeons and Dragons is
Yes.
a great topic.
Here's the
Yeah.
question. So the first question is that we're going to pose it to you, the people who aren't listening.
Yeah.
Do you want to see a stream, potentially a charity stream, of
Yes.
Dungeons and Dragons? Because we're thinking of actually streaming
Yeah, I think
Dungeons
that would be
and
a great
Dragons,
idea.
potentially a charity stream one shot or something.
And I might
Yeah.
get my hair dyed during
And
this
if you
charity
want,
stream.
I'll make Ogwath again
Yes.
with rerolls and not overpowered.
So yeah, if you'd like to see, by the way, because nobody's listening, we'll likely not get this question answered. But if you want to see it,
At
just
me on Twitter, Shadow Conquest 91.
At me on Twitter at Bardorkish.
and don't at me on Twitter because I don't have it.
Oh, are we doing the we're doing the thing yet? Also we got Orkish Bar TTV on Instagram.
Oh no, we're not. I'll chuck it in
Stop
the description.
plugging yourselves. Stop
This
plugging
is
yourselves.
the mandatory plug.
Shadow Conquest 91 on YouTube. Shadow Conquest 91 on
Anyway,
Twitch.
we're gonna move on
Shadow
now.
Conquest 91 on Twitter.
What were we
You can-
talking about before we did?
We're talking about
Dungeons
Dungeons
and Dragons.
Dragons.
Yes,
just
Dungeons
before
and Dragons.
Cameron was
Best class?
Best
Cleric.
class rogue.
Just kidding.
best
Clerics are gay.
What's
Okay.
wrong with that?
Cleric-
You do
clerics
realize
are-
that this is the wrong month for you to you to be saying things like this.
Is this Pride Month?
Yep.
I don't
Where's
pay
the Pride?
attention to months and days. I
It
don't
is.
care.
I thought Pride was earlier on in the
No, it's June.
There's like 7 months of Pride at this point, I think.
year.
It's like every
There's
month of
nothing
Pride.
wrong
There's
with that.
only 1 month, but there's
Every
a lot
month
of other days around the year. I will admit. But
Yeah, but which is nothing wrong with that because we'd like to be employed.
Hang on, I'd like to
we'd like
Wait,
to
why
be
does-
able to
why
get a
does
job sometime in the
Things are
future.
not- Why is like Black Lives Matter only one day, but then they don't? They get Black History Month, but they don't get like Black Lives Matter Month.
I don't know.
Um,
That's a question to ask your
well,
local
here's another
politician.
by the way, I can't remember the gentleman in question's name, but he who was a black gentleman, he said that there shouldn't be a Black History Month, and instead it should just be a basic thing in the curriculum of history
Yeah.
Yeah.
instead of it being a month, because he said that allegedly we're going to forget about things that you'll have learned about just in a month, whereas characters in history that you learn throughout the year
Mhm.
repeatedly will actually stick in your memory, and therefore he says that Black History Month should actually not be a thing, and instead it should just be in general history curriculum.
Exactly. That's like, replace Black History Month with just general Black Lives Matter Month.
Just like install these types of things into your general curriculum, and therefore at the end of the day, it's a yearly thing. It's all
Guys.
year round.
Exactly.
It's basic.
Guys,
Anyway, that's enough of our woke
I
section.
hate to ruin the mood. But I'm just remembering the time. Who was it who tried? Was it Alan who tried to convince us to change to the different months with the
No,
ghost
don't-
month at the end of the
Oh
year?
no!
Don't.
There should be, what is it? 13 months. 13 months.
No,
of what
there's
was
30 days in each month. But to make
Yeah.
up for all the lost time, we need to have a couple of days at the end.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Oh.
that don't count in any of the months.
There's no
They have
way.
I forget exactly what he said, but I don't
think
know.
I think our exact words were "fuck off, you tit."
Oh, that's extreme, but it's probably what we said.
That's what I said. So I don't remember what you said because I joined like halfway through, but that's what I said.
So yeah, anyway, to close it off, I'll ask you guys, what are you guys excited for the most? Like upcoming things, what are you excited for the most?
Well, one thing I'm excited for is, well, first off, they're going to be revealing the PS5 soon,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm excited for that.
And
Most
that's-
excited, The Last of Us Part 2, which we've heard very
Yeah.
bad things about, we've also seen good things about. So we're going to find out, and if you want,
yeah,
we'll
what's the
stream
bad
it here.
heard about it? Because I haven't heard much about it.
Well, apparently there was leaks that were revealed about it, and they weren't very good from what I hear.
Hmm.
But there's also been things saying that apparently the leaks aren't true, and they've shown some gameplay of cool stuff, but then to be honest, it's a big sludge fest which will
Yeah.
only be revealed
See,
once the game is released. So
things.
if you're a listener, which you probably aren't because nobody's listening, and you want to see the
our
Last of Us,
ongoing joke. Even if we have 1,000 listeners, we're just gonna be
That's
like,
never gonna happen.
I don't know what you mean by joke. It's a fact. But if you want to see the last part 2, well then, leave it in the comments of this podcast,
yeah.
and you'll see it on the YouTube channel Unauthorized Gaming, which we don't have.
We don't
Anyway.
have. It'll be
We'll make
somewhere.
it if you want
If-
it. We'll do a D&D stream on it.
Mhm.
We'll make a channel called Unauthorized Gaming if this podcast gets one view, even if it's us.
Yes.
Anyway,
Once we watch it back, yes.
Right. So what
I'll
I'm
see you
interested in
guys.
is I got
Wait,
no,
first we've
no.
not finished. Harley, what are you most excited for?
I got two things, right? If we're doing games,
fuck,
I
you
got
guys are
two.
important.
Right, I'm
We'll just
right.
end the
So,
podcast. I don't care what you guys.
Shut up, Max.
right, so either depending on the gameplay, because last Assassin's Creed wasn't very good. I have it. I played it. Didn't like it much.
Mhm.
But if
Wait, Odyssey.
Valhalla, yeah, Odyssey. But if Valhalla, if we see gameplay and it's more like Origins or more like Syndicate, I think that's going to be a great game.
Mhm.
Mm.
And
The
what's the
other thing we
you're
have
excited?
seen lots of gameplay of is Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, Ghost of Tsushima's cool.
Yeah, like I saw the whole Eurogamer stream of that. That looks insanely good,
It does. Actually, it does really look really good.
and generally it looks very well as well. It's very visually appealing, especially with the way the wind guides you and
That's true. I mean, it's the graphics look great.
yeah.
Actually, on that note, I'm also excited for Cyberpunk 2077. Have you guys said that?
I have,
Yeah.
funnily enough,
Yeah,
it's
either
a
of
pretty
you guys-
niche game.
Did you
Keanu
play the
Reeves.
original game?
Like
the,
Cyberpunk. Fun
table-
fact:
The tabletop
tabletop
I-
game was Cyberpunk 2020, so we're
Yep.
in the year of Cyberpunk.
of Cyberpunk. Yeah,
I wish Cyberpunk was like actually what happened.
No.
I set up a game. I was gonna try out DMing. I can't remember what the whatever the game master is called for. I was gonna try and set up a game with a bunch of people. But they
Cyberpunk.
they didn't turn up. So we ended up
Well,
not. I've not
Well,
played it.
Well then,
What,
let's do
um,
that for a
Did
stream.
anyone make a world is ending in Cyberpunk 2020
Hmm.
where they were
What?
like, oh yeah, there's a worldwide pandemic. There's a like, you know, imagine someone just happened to make a Cyberpunk 2020 game where everything went to shit.
That's
Anyway.
pretty much just Cyberpunk 2020.
I
Yeah,
know no
but
one cares, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna quickly before we run out of time and it gets too long to what I'm most excited
Anyway,
for.
we'll see you guys next week.
Shut up, right? You're gonna listen to this, right?
Next week where Cameron's not here. Eh,
You're gonna listen to this, right? I'm a massive nerd, and recently, Warhammer 40k 9th edition has been released.
Boring. We'll see
And
you guys
There's
next
there's been some really cool images up of some cool Space Marine models and some cool Necron and Adeptus Sororitas models, and I'm super stoked for Warhammer.
Everyone
9th
only
edition.
cares about Death. What? That's not a thing. Blood Angels, I mean.
Excuse me, I think Raven Guard are much better than Blood
I know you
Angels.
like Raven Guard, but that's because you're feathery.
Feathery! How dare you?
There's scalies, there's furries, there's featheries.
I don't know about you guys, but I prefer the Space Marine.
I like Space Marines, but
All
I
of them,
like
all of the people we just mentioned are Space Marines.
Yeah. You
technically
can tell who's the
Blood
person who
Angels
does
are,
not play Warhammer.
Do you know I found something funny the other day.
I just like the memes.
So you know it's Star Wars, you get land speeders and stuff like that. They speed across
Yep.
the land, and that's why they're called land speeders. So in
No shit.
Warhammer 40k, you've got land speeders, but they're not actually called land speeders because what they do. They're called because there was a tech priest who called Arcan Land, and it used to be Land's Speeder, and they shortened it to Land Speeder. That's the
Ah.
stupidest thing that I've heard.
You shorten it from Land Speeder to Land Speeder.
Yes. No, it's like this. The speeder
speeder
made
is
by
land.
land, Arcan Land, Land's Speeder. I mean, it was shortened to Land Speeder.
Oh.
It's trash. But on that note of some nerdy stuff from all of us,
Yeah, we'll see
We're
you all
done.
next week, hopefully,
Next week on the
Next week.
Unauthorized Podcast.
on the Unauthorized
Check back in.
Podcast, or
You-
They're
name
not
pending.
Yes, name pending podcast.
Yeah, the
Name-
name the name pending podcast, the pending podcast.
Lovely.
whatever we decide to call it at the end of the day.
Yeah,
We'll see you
We'll
next
see you
week
soon.
on the podcast, and potentially we might even see you later on a different sort of channel.
Potentially, I might be watching you in your window currently.
This is a strong possibility because we do desperately need viewers. So we'll see you next week.
Bye.
see ya.